worth a couple hundred mil, no thousand. This bit, I'm gonna fuck it right out. Well, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, we found out that song wasn't true. So if you know, you know. Like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok about the video, and we just gonna hop into it. So if y'all hadn't seen recently, well, shoot, I feel like nowadays this shit is a common thing in the rap game. We got another video of a rapper interrogation room snitching. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the ones I seen, this one might be the funniest. Like, the whole thing might be the funniest. Now, if you on the internet, so this was originally announced before they even dropped the video by Wack 100 saying he had footage of Gunna snitching. Now, that nigga Wack, I see why niggas hate Wack, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to be one of them niggas. Cause nigga, I see what he doing. But my thing is like, damn, how you just gonna put it out there that it's Gunna and then it didn't turn out to be Gunna? That's fucked up. But even Gunna attorney came in and stand up was like, Gunna ain't do no interrogation, so none of that. It wasn't even possible that it was Gunna. And it wasn't Gunna. It turned out to be Yak Gotti. Now, this was actually old ass film of Yak Gotti. This wasn't even no recent, like, during the proceedings of the YSL trial that we just witnessed. This was actually taken in 2019. I mean, we all knew, well, we ain't gonna say we all knew, but if you was in the trial or you just into street politics and stuff like that, you all knew that YSL was beefing with YFN, and it's been going on for years. So basically, he was talking about he ain't even, like, I ain't gonna lie. The reason it's funny is cause y'all gotta watch this nigga and see how this nigga was eating these wings, man. Like, they always make jokes about niggas getting food and like telling, but like this shit was so bad this time. Like that nigga, I don't even know what his order was, but obviously it was some American Deli wings, and that nigga was tearing them bitches up. Like, nigga cleaning the hell out the bone. It looked like he swallowed the bone a couple times. He cleaned that motherfucker so good, just shit out the bone, my nigga. Like, he killing that motherfucker, man. So yeah, that's what really made it funny. That nigga now and like, cause it ain't the greatest video recording, audio, visuals ever. So some of the stuff he talking about, he really talking. He ain't even telling on Thug. I don't even think he mentioned Thug in the. He might have mentioned Thug. Okay, I think he mentioned Thug when he was saying he got all them old niggas around him. That's why I think he was talking about Thug. But I don't, like, in the thing, he wasn't really snitching directly on Thug. He was snitching on like Woody and them. And he was also talking about the time he got shot at some block party. So like, it ain't really like too detrimental to the case. Well, the case over for real at this point, so it ain't even like releasing this ain't nothing. It's not too. It didn't really mean. Well, it might have meant something to the case, but like, if cause y'all know Yak is fighting a murder. Like, he's one of the few. He got one of the worst charges out to Rico. He's fighting a murder. So I would be interested. I don't think he gonna beat the murder. I ain't read too much into his case details, but it's not looking good for him. But I would be interested in what his, like, it would look like out here for him if he does, ever beat the murder. Cause it's not like he's not like a Gunna or a Thug where it's like, well, Gunna is like, yeah, we all said Gunna was snitching, but Gunna, a lot of his music wasn't really street music. Like, he be on some fly fucking some hoes type shit. So some of that shit we was like, he ain't got to rap about it anyway, cause he still get off. Two, well, one, he ain't turned out to really be a snitch like they said, but two, he just had the fan base already built for it. Yak Gotti ain't got no songs, he ain't got no hits, he ain't got no fan base for real. I like how he slid on that one song. Was that Ski? I think it was Ski. I like how he slid on that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. But for the most part, Yak Gotti he ain't really hitting on none. No disrespect, but he ain't really hitting on none. So yeah, this nigga telling you. I just encourage anybody to go look at this video. You ain't even gotta watch though, cause it's like 2 hours. I watched a good probably 30-something minutes of it. You ain't gotta watch the whole 2 hours, cause he really not telling. The information is really not that pertinent, especially with the case being over now. But the shit funny, like him just gnawing on these bones, cleaning the shit out of these wings, like, and just giving his whole life story, man. So, well, I mean, what's my opinion on it? I think the shit funny. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't really too much to say. Like, I think the shit funny. Like I said, it'd be interesting. I wouldn't say I'm definitely not in the streets. I wouldn't say all that, but like I just find it interesting seeing like as we get older, like the amount of people that are like snitching and telling, especially the ones who are like actually putting in work for it. Because this is crazy. Because when you like realize a lot of these niggas who they be the killers and the ones actually pulling the triggers, actually putting in work, and they be telling. So like for these niggas who ain't done nothing trying to snitch, you ain't really got nothing to snitch on. Like as crazy as it sounds, like you ain't got nothing to snitch on if a nigga pulling the trigger is actually like telling. Like so, you ain't really got nothing to snitch on, and it make niggas look worse because you well look it make all y'all look bad, but you out here telling that you ain't done nothing is even worse. Like it's even worse than that. So but I ain't gonna lie. Supposedly YSL got a history of telling. I don't know. I ain't there, but supposedly YSL got a history of telling at least snitching on the ops and not keeping it in the streets. But I don't know. I'm not sure. He wasn't really snitching directly on his ops either though, cause he said he didn't even say them niggas shot him when they asked who shot you. Cause if he was doing it, he would just be like, oh yeah, they shot me. But he ain't even do that. He just basically like laid out a scenario for him. So I really don't know what his purpose was. He talked about Woody a little bit, but like I ain't gonna lie. I guess I gotta watch it a little more, but I guess he was mainly snitching on Woody. And at this point, like I said, it's not pertinent because that nigga basically got immunity at this point. That nigga was on the stand telling people how he shot people for the poisoning case. They tried to get the big fish. They kind of got the big fish, but not the way they wanted to get the big fish. And shit, that shit over with now. But I guess that nigga ain't YSL no more. Nigga standing on cars for no reason. So like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok, buying video, and we out.